lots of things are going on right now in the world. I just wanted to talk about first about all these protests that are not going to go away. They will not go away. It started off in well, this has been going on forever since you know, one of the highlights was Rodney King, which caused a huge amount of uproar in Los Angeles. And but this I think that this time around, especially with the last man dying by chokehold from the police in New York, and the police officer who put his baton around the man's windpipe and pushed him down to the ground, and he basically died right there and then in front of cameras, in front of a crowd. I really believe wholeheartedly that there's absolutely no way these protests are going to go away until policing in North America, because there's been some protesters here in Canada. You know, a man in Hamilton had a seizure, was running outside with no clothes on, and a police officer shot him to death. Last year there was a young male in a bus with a knife, not even a jackknife, like a little pen knife, and a police officer here in Toronto unloaded his whole clip into him, and then they tasered him because, you know, I guess they just want to make sure that he wasn't going to be a threat after they unloaded a whole clip of ammunition into him. So I think that it's pretty clear now what the dialogue is this deadly force, is it warranted? Are the police properly trained? Here's an analogy, whether it be the right analogy or not. A mechanic at a Mercedes dealership, he could be there 15 years, 20 years, he could be a veteran, but every 6 months or every year they go into training, retraining, learning different things, or going back through things to keep them, you know. The question I have to you guys is once you're a police officer, do you go back for any retraining? Is there any new things that they teach these officers, or once they come out of police academy, that's it?
Well, they've been talking about doing a lot more retraining, and a lot of edicts coming down from the top of the police brass, the top of the legal food chain. I think the concern is it doesn't really matter what people at the top are saying. At the street level, these cops have this mentality that has been ingrained in them their entire career, that they are pretty much above the law, and we're seeing it, and you know, not in one isolated incident. We're seeing it everywhere.
I didn't start this to diss cops. I don't think there's, you know, you got to go both sides here. You know,
both sides. They choked an unarmed man to death. What's the other side?
It's one of the highest per capita in North America where police officers lose their lives by just stopping somebody. So it is a challenging job, especially in the States, where not only is the police officer armed, also civilians are armed. So it's a challenging job. My question is are the police properly trained for certain situations, like you know, shooting a 12-year-old boy with a pellet gun who's on a bench, and also the 911 caller was, I believe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, described that they believed that it was not a real gun, or it was a BB gun or a pellet gun, right? So
the caller, or the girl on 911 said, the caller said it could be a plastic gun. She said that, and
yeah,
I thought about the police, Frank, and I thought, what if she'd said to the police, "It's a plastic gun," and the kid unloads on them?
Yeah, but what if is an ironic statement? I'm just saying to you that the police saw that it was a child. They pulled in within 5 feet of the child. So they must have agreed with the scenario of the 911 caller. They pulled in within 5 feet, and within seconds, they killed a child.
2 seconds, Frank.
2 seconds. So
2 seconds.
Within 2 seconds of pulling up, they determined that it was a lethal weapon, and they used lethal force, and they snuffed out a life. And you know, like people would say to me, like, this has been a conversation of topic in my circle of people that I know. You know, I know a lot of journalists. I know a lot of people who are on television, and people who are exposed to the news 24/7. And so we've been sitting and talking. I mean, it's easy to come up with solutions, and it's easy to be a genius when you're sitting down having a few drinks. But I think the moral of the story here is right now, right in the short term, is if you're getting arrested, your best bet would be to put your hands behind your back and shut up and get a lawyer. Because if you struggle,
yeah, complete submission doesn't matter how much you're being bullied or how much these people are taking advantage of the system.
Shut the fuck up, because if you don't...
Oh, come on. Or if you don't, what? You're going to choke an unarmed guy?
You're going to die.
Yeah, it's yes sir, no sir, Carlin, and if you don't like it, be careful.
Yeah, because they can choke you out and nothing will happen to them. They can kill you and they're above the law and nothing will ever happen to them.
Not above the law until you break the law.
The guy was selling loose cigarettes, Bill. He sold loose cigarettes and he deserved to be choked to death for that?
Yeah. I agree with Bill. Listen to me. It is tragic that a man, in a split second, a towering man, in a split second, his life was snuffed out over cheap cigarettes or illegal cigarettes or cigarettes with no contraband cigarettes. It's beyond. I can't even fathom it. As a human
well, you know
being.
what, Frankie has 41 convictions against him. 41 times.
But still, he didn't. I agree with you, Billy, but he didn't deserve this death sentence for selling cigarettes. It's not a capital crime.
But he broke the law again, and then
so let's kill everyone that's got a traffic offense.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to be a little philosophical here. I agree implicitly. He was a repeat offender, but for the crime that he committed, it was not a capital crime. He did not deserve to get the death penalty. He did not.
He had no lethal force. I agree with that, Frank.
I mean, it was terrible what they did to him. And in that case, I believe the officer should have been charged. He took his baton and put it around the guy's neck and snuffed him out. There were 6 or 7 guys on him. I understand the guy was large. I understand the man was intimidating. But there was enough police officers there. He was not armed. There was enough police officers there to have him arrested. Yep. He jumped on him like a crazy man. I saw the video over and over, and put his baton on his windpipe, and the man fell to the ground, and he couldn't breathe, and he did not let go of his grip until the man died.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was premeditated. I think that group of 7 said, we're taking this guy down, we've had enough of him, and I don't agree with how they took him down. So, I mean...
you know what? I really think that they should relook at that, and that guy should have been charged. End of story.
How do you not indict after something like that? And you wonder why people don't have faith in the justice system anymore. It's on video. The guy is unarmed and choked to death, saying, "I can't breathe."
It's a sickening video to see a man speaking, thinking, living, a human being, and then the next moment he's dead. I mean, and the other person I blame too, and this is the way I look at things, is the guy who was shooting the video. He was egging on the man. He was egging him on while he was giving him a common commentary. He was basically putting fire inside he was putting wood in the fire and getting this guy all riled up. Because if you notice, every time the guy who was shooting the video from his cell phone would say, "What are you doing? Why are you hassling this guy? He just stopped the fight." You know, he was basically inspiring the man to be more and more. You know, you could tell that the police officer who was talking to him was getting afraid and intimidated. The guy was large. He was a big guy.
He also had 6 guys back up, though. I mean, how intimidated are you as a police officer?
I'm just telling you. It doesn't matter. Everybody looks at things. Listen, if I was the Attorney General or whatever system of law that they have in New York, I guarantee you 1,000,000% there's no way that officer who murdered that guy in front of everybody, stupid, and he did an illegal tactic, it's been outlawed. That chokehold has been outlawed.
You know what's interesting about this, Frank? You often talk about the media. I'll just present it from what you said. We're living in a new reality here with new social media. This is the New York Daily News has captured this video. So now, and whether he was egging him on or not, there's the video for everybody to see. And how valuable is video now? We saw it happen in the House of Commons when a guy goes in there, crazed gunman, and they've got the video. This is going to change everything, the way that we look and the way we analyze things, because
well, Perry, you know, that's the interesting thing that you just said. That's irrefutable evidence. But the grand jury didn't think that was evidence. I don't understand. I mean, it shows that the officer jumps on a guy's back and he's putting all his weight. They have his arms pinned, and he's on his windpipe. I mean, that's horrible, horrible.
But you
that man did not deserve what?
You said it first, Frank, right off the top of the show. If you're arrested, put your hands behind your back and go to the police station and get booked.
You got to be the dumbest fucking person in the world to be in the States with 5 officers around you, or one, and argue with the cops. You got to be out of your fucking mind. Yep. You might as well commit suicide.
Come on, Jesus! You got to be kidding me at this point. How in the world you're getting roasted by these cops?
Carlin, don't try. You make no sense. It's an oxymoron. So you're telling me
you just watched an unarmed guy get killed, and you're saying, "Yeah, submit to the cops." They're right.
You're gonna argue and lie. Oh, well, I'll be there for your eulogy. You're gonna get fucking killed, dude.
Yeah, you know what? It's scary. It's very scary. I've been stopped by the police here in Toronto for no reason other than I was wearing a hoodie and had to explain myself. I mean, what, was I provoking an officer because I was wearing a hoodie? Cops have a bully mentality. Half of them flunked out of gym school, so they couldn't become gym teachers. You know, they got a bully mentality, and this is the only power they have over people. NWA had it right. Fuck the police.
Wow. Listen, I know a lot of police officers. I know a lot of good police officers, and for the most part, we're very blessed in Toronto because the police officers are not that bad. I'm telling you, I've been in parts of
Tell Sammy Adam that
where state troopers pull you over and they're not in a good mood, and it's not worth egging them on. I mean, I remember with my band, we were performing near Little Rock, Arkansas, and we got pulled over. We had a bus that on a good day with the wind blowing right up its ass and going downhill, it wouldn't fucking do 50 miles an hour, right? But according to the officer, we were clocked at 65, which was impossible. And I said, I tried to explain, there's a governor on it, it's an ex-school bus, it's a tired fucking bus, any day now it's going to flip over and die. I go, it can't go faster than 50. And he said, you call me a boy with his gun pointed to my head? And I said, no, maybe you're right and I'm wrong. And we paid the fine and shut the fuck up.
So why is that right? Why is that right?
Whether it's right or wrong, I think we did the right thing.
Why is that?
That's why I'm here telling you the story.
That's right, because that's life. That's the way we live, Carlin. I'm surprised, Carlin, that you're coming on this way. You have so much common sense in you, and now all of a sudden you think you're going to be the law of the land, for Christ's sakes.
No, but when the law of the land just turns into complete fascist, I mean, look, you've seen the tape, Bill. What part of that is right?
Don't say that, Carlin. That's an untruth. You're full of it. You're full of it. They're not fascists. They arrest people who break the law. And when they arrest them, they expect them to comply. And when they don't, they use force. And unfortunately, the guy selling the cigarettes on his 42nd conviction bought the big cigarette.
Yeah, he got the death penalty for a stupid crime. The death penalty. People who commit murder don't even get the fucking death penalty. So my suggestion is, if you're getting arrested, shut the fuck up.